Zopo has one budget device that is called Hero 2. It costs around 70 bucks, but it has some nice features like a metal trim and a fingerprint sensor. My name is Linus, stay tuned for a full review. In the box, you are getting all the usual stuff, and some extras include a high-quality screen protector. The key design elements of this phone is a metal trim and tactile metal buttons and a vinyl-like texture back cover. In fact, the backplate can be easily removed to access a 2300 mAh battery, 2 SIM card slots, and a microSD card slot. We have a 5.5-inch 720p display, which is okay, but I've seen a little bit higher quality panels even on the cheapest phones. My main concern is a slightly bluish tint. There is no notification LED light and the capacitive buttons are not backlit, but we have a front-facing LED flash for night selfies. However, it is just a gimmick as it does not really help in the dark. As for camera, we have just an 8-megapixel shooter. The fingerprint sensor is not the fastest I've seen, but it is pretty accurate. The loudspeaker is like on most of the cheap phones, the sound is flat. The phone ships with a quad-core MTK 6737 chip, 16 gigs of storage, but it has only 1 GB of RAM, which is kind of disappointing. The 3D gaming performance is kind of a letdown. You should expect quite a bit of stutter when playing intensive games like Asphalt 8 on medium graphics. The phone runs on Android 6.0 with a light Zopo skin on top of it. That means that some icons are redesigned and there are some extra features like gesture and motion controls. Some of them work great while others are kind of slow to respond. I didn't have any major lags or hiccups even after installing quite a few apps, and I believe this is the most important thing for a cheap phone. An 8-megapixel camera does not really impress, as we've seen some better performing shooters on the cheap phones. Nevertheless, you may get some images usable for social media, but don't expect any stellar results. Same can be said about 720p video quality. The selfie camera is just mediocre as the images come out soft and with lots of noise. I didn't have any connectivity issues and even the GPS lock speeds and accuracy were okay. The 2300 mAh battery will get you through the day, but only if you are a light user. With my usage, I could get just around 3 hours of screen on time, which is just an average result. Zopo Hero 2 is yet another cheap phone from China that aims to bring a lot of value to the table. Well, it succeeds in quite a few ways as it has a decent design and build, the user interface that performs fast, and the phone does not have any major shortcomings. However, the display has a bluish tint, the 3D gaming performance is mediocre, there is no notification LED light, capacitive buttons are not backlit, and the battery life is just mediocre. Still, Zopo Hero 2 is a decent phone for the price, but if you are in the market of cheap phones, you may also want to consider some other options available. Anyway, most of the cheap phones share the same pros and cons. It was Linus, thanks for watching, and as always, if you have any questions about this device, please drop me a comment down below, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, please visit gizmochina.com for all the latest and greatest Chinese tech news and reviews. See you soon.